Hi there, this is Shrikant Dasari. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about how to read data from a file. Okay, so in the last lesson, we have created a file with four different variables. If you go back to the previous video in this playlist, we have just created a file which consists of data of four different types. Okay, the first, I think we have taken a character. One second, if you go back to our project directory, in my case, since I'm using Visual Studio, Visual C++ 2005 Express Edition, the project directory is sits under My Documents here. Okay, so if you go to My Documents and Visual Studio 2005 folder, and there you find a directory dedicated for projects here. Okay, so in that projects directory, I think I have already had that file in my project. This is my project name here. Okay, so read data from file is the project which I have created to do this program. So if you go into that, and so here is the file which I have created using the previous tutorial. Okay, so it consists of four different types of data. The first one is an integer, which I have taken as a variable name, sorry, a roll number, variable as a roll number. And then I have stored a name here of a person, and I have a character data type, which is, I think it is equivalent to a grade, and we have a percentage, which is a floating point value. Okay, so which is a floating point value. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, using the help of this program, we need to read the data, all different types of data from the file, and then store it, display in the standard output. Okay, so for this purpose, I need to take four different variables here. Okay, so as we have learned that there are four different files, four different types of data in our file here. Okay, the first one I am taking it as again a role. Okay, a small variable, and I hope second one is a name. So for this I am taking a string called name or character array, and the fourth one is a character, third one is a character. Let me say that char or let me say char ch. Let me make it simple here. And also the fourth one is a floating point variable, so let me say that float f. Okay, float f for percentage or whatever it might be. And now what happens is, so here our intention is to create a file using ifstream object. Okay, or open a file using an ifstream object. Okay, so for that purpose, I need to create an object for ifstream here, since we are opening the file in read mode here. Okay, so here our intention of this program is to read the data from a file. Okay, so for that purpose, I have just taken ifstream, and I am taking an object here. Let me say in. Okay, so in is the name of the object, which is declared under the class ifstream, because to read the data from the file. Okay, so next I am using the open function here, in.open of we need to mention the file name here. Okay, the file name here, if I remember, it is sample.txt. Let me check it once again, as sample.txt. Okay, so excuse me, go back to your program, and if you type it here, sample.txt, and if you want you can mention the mode also. Okay, so iOS in. Okay, so since we are opening the file in read mode, which is a good practice to mention the mode of the mode is the way in which you are opening the file. Okay, so if you are opening a file to read the content, it is good to mention the iOS scope resolution in mode. If you are opening the file in the right mode, it's good to mention the iOS out. If you want to add the content to the existing file, then you have to open the file in append mode, which is iOS app. Okay, so for which we will look in the consecutive lessons here. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is, using this in object and the help of our variables, I am using this extraction operator, which is an overloaded operator in C++. I hope I have used this operator in Cin. Okay, so if you're familiar with C++, already you might be you use this operator to help with Cin. Okay, so if you go back, let me put a small comment here. Okay, so this is an operator which is used in used along with scene. Okay, scene object. Okay, so to scan the variables. Okay, so if you want to scan some value which is equivalent to scanf in C, which is in C++, we say scene. Okay, so all the things are same, but different functionalities are there here. Okay, so roll number, the reason I have taken the integer variable as the beginning one here, because So we go back to your project directory, and let me open this one once again. So first data which is coming from our file is obviously an integer. So for that reason I have taken an integer variable here, and the first one which is going to be is an integer here. Okay, so correspondingly second we have a string here for which I am taking a string, and the third one is a character, and the fourth one is a float. Okay, so we are done with taking the values here. We are done with taking the values, and now what I'm going to do is let me put those values in the screen. Okay, so let me say that something like this: a meaningful message, a name is equal to, and then let me say name, since we have taken those values and stored in the variable. So now we can print in whatever way we want here. Okay, so let me put this slash and slash t also for the purpose of convenience for understanding here. Okay, so name is equal to, and then we can have and you can say something like this: slash and slash t roll number. So all these messages are just for the purpose of understanding here. So roll number is equal to, and you can say roll. Okay, and then cout slash and slash t grade. Grade is equal to, I think I have taken that variable name as ch here, and also cout slash and slash t. Let us say the percentage, I think the fourth variable, percentage is equal to, I think it's f. Okay, so we are done with our opening the file, reading the content from the file. It's always a good practice. We need to follow. We need to close the file also here as soon as we are done with all the operations here. Okay, so now if we execute the program with the help of F5 key, let us see what happens here. Okay, it must read the content from the file and put the data on our standard output device here. Okay, absolutely perfect. We have got all the data here. The Charan roll number 32, grade A, percentage is 84.9. Okay, so that is the data which has been stored in the notepad file here. Okay, so this is the way to perform the reading operation of the file which contains some data already. Okay, so if you go back to your program once again, we have taken an object. The key thing is here. Here you're opening a file in a read mode. So for this purpose, you have to take an object with ifstream. Okay, so since we are opening the file in read mode, and then and also it's also good practice to mention the mode here, iOS mode. And also we have done here with the help of this overload operator, or also known as extraction operator, we have taken the values from the file piece by piece, and we have stored them in the corresponding variables according to order. And then with the help of cout statement, we have just outputted those values on the stand output screen. Okay, so hope this tutorial has helped you. Put your feedback in the form of comments, and see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.